My mom discovered I was menstruating and she was like, oh my God, we're gonna throw a party. And I was like, excuse me?
For some Muslim women, talking about periods openly can at times be taboo, thanks to in part to some religious interpretations as well as culture. However, conversations about menstruation are stigmatized across many communities, not just for Muslims. Today, these women are sharing stories about their periods.
I remember the day I got my period. I was 12. It was March 12th. I remember because I wrote in my diary. And then I called my best friend. My dad sat me down and said, Trevina, you know you're now capable of having children.
When I first realized I got my period, I was around 10 or 11. And so the concept of it was very scary and shocking. But my mom, she was like, we're gonna throw a party. She was like, Sarsurti Habibti, oh my God, congratulations. I had to show up to this party and act like everything was okay. I was like, oh, thank you for showing up for my period party.
I got my period, I didn't know anything about it. I came home from school and told my mom that I thought I was bleeding to death. And she just kind of walked away, came back with a pad, handed it to me, and that was it. And we never spoke about periods again.
So like during Ramadan, I would sometimes like wait for all my family to be upstairs and I would just like sneak downstairs. This one time I went to get chips, eating them like really quickly. All of a sudden my brother comes out of nowhere and he's just like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm sick.
There are times where we've gotten up and just kind of nibbled on something and pretended like we're fasting the next day and then just ate throughout the day.
Or just pretend that you're sick.
Yeah, that too.
But no, I would sleep in, I would not wake up. Within my own family, it was quite an open discussion. My dad would always go get me chocolate and make sure I was stocked up on pads if I needed it.
My mom would tell me to just like not talk about it if I was on it. For the first like couple years, I'd feel like so embarrassed. I would literally pretend to like make wudu.
Even worse is when like period starts on the day of Eid. Sometimes I'm like, but is it on for real, for real? Because like you always see those sisters during the prayer, they're just sitting down. You're like, moon cycle.
Traditionally in my house, tampons are like not allowed.
Our mom told us to always use pads. Stay away from tampons.
Tampons always freaked me out.
I think people believe that tampons are haram because it might break the hymen.
Medically, they're okay to use along with pads. I know there are women who say that they've heard people getting like toxic shock syndrome from it, and that actually I haven't seen that in my practice. If you're using it properly, that shouldn't really be a concern.
I don't think that menstruating women are impure according to Islam.
Not only having your period stops you from praying, doing basic bodily like human functions, and these aren't considered good or bad. Besides women who are menstruating, people who are exempt from fasting are
people who are traveling,
Pregnant women,
Young kids.
people who are sick.
I can't really get out of bed, so to stand up for prayer, it's actually a beautiful thing and a blessing that we are exempt from that.
Girls do feel like maybe they're not as clean or they're dirty during their cycle. It's sad that little girls have to feel that way.
This is your body like functioning the way it should be. It's just something natural that happens to mostly every woman.
As a mom of a 6-month-old, the fact that our bodies can even do that is pretty miraculous.
Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Those are 2 names of the 99 names of God, and one of them was dedicated to a female's womb. How freaking beautiful is that?
Because Islam is such a way of life, people sometimes blend culture and religion.
Within the religions, it's very open. The rules are very clearly stated.
If anything, it's Islamic to talk about it.
Like it's stigma in society in general, not just in the Muslim community.
To make the situation better, I feel like we as a community definitely should be more open about it.
Our younger brother is kind of going through that like awkward
The
phase.
pre-pubertal age.
Yeah, so we talk about it with him all the time because we don't want him to feel like he isn't aware of what's going on.
You see your Muslim friend and she is eating during Ramadan. You don't address it in an aggressive way by any means.
For all the wallah bros out there,
stay in your lane. Stop asking me why I'm not praying.
I definitely think it's okay for girls to feel like shy and like modest to like talk about the subject. I totally get that.
The important thing to ask is, why are you behaving that way? To make the men in the space more comfortable, or are you more comfortable?
There are certain scholars that will take things and twist it and misinterpret it. And I say this respectfully, I love a lot of our male leaders, but we don't have enough female leaders within the community. This is the time woman needs to step up. Let's do this. I want to be the female version of Mufti Men. Hashtag Mufti Men.